After building up so much fandom, after developing so much customer goodwill, after a stellar 2025 when it comes to animation, Cygames, this ain't it. This is not the win you think it is. Delete this post. It looks good to shareholders. We all know that right now, but this ain't it. You're going to destroy everything you've built up. Please get rid of this post. But yes, for those that missed it, Cygames took a massive, massive L last night, as you can kind of see here with, yeah, it's a pretty good like ratio here. You have, 5K, but to the ratio to I guess overall retweets and quotes and posts, it's not actually a very healthy post. This isn't looking good for them. And there's a main key reason why. But yes, Cygames, for those who don't know, is a company that is well known for having a lot of really, really beloved franchises yes, here recently, Uma Musume, very, very popular. The Grand Blue series. You have, yes, thank you, Crunchyroll. Princess Connect Redive, which we used to have over here. Thank you, Crunchyroll. Cygames, get rid of this post and come back and look at this thing. Bring this over for us. Put it on Steam, please. That would be great anyways. But yes, a lot of people that are watching this channel probably know them for Cygames Pictures, which has, made a lot of really awesome animation pieces like Uma Musume. Here recently, one of my favorite, Apocalypse Hotel, Idolmaster, things like that. They posted last night, we're pleased to announce the establishment of our wholly owned subsidiary, Cygames AI Studio Company Ltd, which will focus on development and provisions of service and tools utilizing AI. For more details, please see below. And I think that was probably the worst thing they could have done, because just that, I'm like, okay, development tools, things that help them out with coding or something like that, something that, supports the creators that are working in their studios. That's perfectly fine. But then you look at the actual post and it gets worse. There's a lot of keywords in here that are very, very scary for a lot of people. Cygames Inc.'s established subsidiary Cygames AI Studio Inc. to develop and provide AI-powered services and tools. Cygames Inc.'s hereinafter Cygames, a company engaged in the planning, development, and operation of games, has established Cygames AI Studio Inc. as a wholly owned subsidiary to develop and provide services and tools utilizing AI. Again, so far, that's okay. It's just one studio over here that's going to develop things that'll help out the others. Perfectly fine, right? Background to establishing the subsidiaries. Generative AI. And there it is. Generative AI, which has emerged in recent years, is an important technology with the potential to transform accumulated knowledge into a driving force for the next stage of creation. This ain't it. Cygames, this is not it. You have just shot yourself in the foot. This is not a good thing to tell people. Hey, enjoy our games? Hey, you enjoy our properties? Well, guess what? We see this emerging new thing called generative AI, and it's going to fix everything. I can see a lot of people trying to downplay this whole announcement, saying, don't worry, it's to get rid of the localizers. That's what it is. Because yes, here recently we had a lot of controversies around the translations that were happening with Uma Musume. We had the anime not wanting to say Merry Christmas, even though it legit, they vocally say Merry Christmas in the freaking clip. You have a lot of this popping up in the game itself. A lot of people are pointing out different translations and whatnot in the actual game itself. And so everybody's saying, oh, look, we're going to get rid of the localizers. Great. AI is awesome. That's not what they're talking about. They're talking about generative AI, the thing that I think a lot of people don't want to happen. I think a lot of people are fine with AI helping artists. We're fine with it helping in different fields. But I think where a lot of people don't want it to be in creativity is generative. Because where that is it's getting rid of the artist. It's getting rid of the soul and the human nature of what we're buying. You're going to start getting characters that are going to pop up on a banner and it's going to have 5 fingers. That's the problem. 5 fingers and a thumb, by the way, for those that, missed the whole thing here. These are the fingers. I gotta clarify that. It's always confusing for some people. That's the problem that you're going to have with this whole thing. They continue, at AI Studio, building on the experience Cygames has cultivated through game development, we will pursue AI technologies that creators can use with confidence and safety. From research and development of proprietary models to the provision of services and tools for production environments, we aim to build a unique creative cycle that goes beyond mere efficiency, improvements, and expands creators' creativity. Again, this is all like just don't worry kind of statements here. Don't worry, we're not getting rid of the creators. The creators are still there. These tools are just going to help them. But again, I don't trust it because you said generative. I get everything else, but the boldness to be able to throw generative in there is what scares me. Through the establishment of AI Studio, Cygames will take on the challenge of creating new user experiences in pursuit of realizing its vision of being a company that creates the best content. Sure hope so. Sure hope so. I really do. And then it follows up the rest of it with the company overview, which is Cygames AI Studios Inc., December 2025. Business activities, planning, development, operations support, and consulting for content development services and tools using AI technology. Research, development, and consulting of AI technologies that supports content development and operations. I guess the only positive here is with the actual company overview, it's not really getting into actual generative AI. So I guess in the end, it's like, I just hate they use that term. I just hate they use that. I mean, that is an element of like, we can all address that this is technically a thing that is emerging, that is getting very popular. But there's an element of here of, if you're going to announce that you're going to start using tools to support your creators, the worst term to use is generative AI. That's the part that's really, really dangerous to mess with. Again, the business activities technically does get into the idea of just supporting tools that they will essentially develop with this studio and then, again, give to their other groups like Cygames Pictures or whatever for them to utilize. But I don't know, dude. I really don't know. I don't like how this is worded. I really don't. I'm usually the type of person that's not doom and gloom, but I don't like how this is worded. I really don't. I really, really don't. Anyways, that's the news. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Do you think this is doom and gloom? Do you think that this is a bad thing? Do you think this is a good thing? I think some people out there probably think this is a good thing, and I think that's mostly around a lot of people think this is going to fix localizing issues. This isn't talking about translation. Nothing in here talks about translation. And technically, if they had a problem with translation, Cygames Pictures does things like Uma Musume. They can just change studios. They wouldn't create an entire AI group to translate something. They would just change who they're working with. I don't see this being for translation specifically. Making an entire studio strictly for translation, they would probably name it their localizing group. Something like that. I think looking at the comments, and the one that I can kind of agree with the most is a lot of people that are scared of investing with things like Uma Musume Pre-Derby, with the idea that in the future, potentially, they could start getting a lot of AI developed characters, art styles and whatnot created for these characters. And then you have that investment pretty much be going into generative stuff. Again, AI as a tool and a development tool is good. Generating maybe code that's redundant or whatever, they don't want to have to sit there and type, is great and everything like that. But it's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope when suddenly you realize, oh, let's try this out. That worked great. Let's keep trying that. And eventually people realize, oh, these are all AI generated. These are just slopped together characters. And now suddenly you've invested hundreds of dollars into a game that you no longer want to play anymore because an AI is making it now. Anyways, let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button down below. If you like this content and you want to support channel more, become a member in the channel. Until next time, y'all take care.